Welcome guys to another episode of the Extra Mile. My name is Alex and man, the steering wheel in Beam is kind of tricky. Today we will drift here in BeamNG. I don't care what it takes. Other people have done it. We can do it. We will try it. So I thought we would start with I think it's called the Ibishu 200 SX or something, which is actually a drift car. Look at that right here. And yeah, we have a lovely big space here, so I thought this would be pretty much ideal to get to the bottom of this. For those of you who have seen my previous Beam episodes, I've mentioned a couple of times that drifting is kind of tricky for me in Beam. Or not only for me, but others have mentioned as well, that the car just, when it starts to slide, there's basically no way to get it back. It rotates a little bit too much, so... Okay, so that was a very bad start, granted, but yeah, let's hope that we can do a little bit better here today. So part of the problem might, of course, be the force feedback. It might actually be my settings. My settings might be completely wrong. I don't know. I've spent hours trying to tweak the force feedback settings, and no, that's not a drift, that's pathetic. Yeah, I've spent quite a lot of time trying to get this right because I've seen people drift in Beam. A lot of those videos are controller videos actually, but I've seen people drift with a wheel as well. So it is possible, but no. But I don't know why. And this center wobble is extremely annoying as well, especially with a wheel that is pretty strong like mine. But yeah, part of it might be the force feedback, but I think it is something in the tire model. No, that kind of stops the car from regaining grip when you let off the throttle. No, I don't know. It's always the same story. So let's try something here. Let's get a different car. Let's get a car that's a little bit easier to control, or that should be a little bit easier to control. Something that's heavy, long wheelbase, but still enough torque. Like the Moonhawk, I would say let's go with that one. Let's go with Sport, because here we have a limited slip differential, which is extremely important. We probably have more than enough torque. 394 Newton meters, that should be enough. Only 208 horses, interesting. But yeah, that's pretty good. Not too much power. We do have a limited slip differential. This should be driftable. Okay, that's actually a relatively promising start. But there you have that again. I barely used any throttle and the car continued to get more drift angle, which just doesn't happen in real life. That's the main problem, I think, is when you let off the throttle in real life, the rear wheels start to regain grip. Obviously, when you still have momentum, when you're going relatively fast, that can take a while. But when you're going relatively slow, it should happen relatively quickly. And here it doesn't seem to happen at all. So that might be part of the issue. But anyway, let's... Oh, man. Okay. Better. We're still nowhere near a controlled drift here, but this is better. Okay. A little bit better. I don't know what's happening. So usually the way that you actually drift, that you control the car during a drift is with the steering and with the throttle input. You give more throttle, you get more angle, you let off the throttle, you get less angle. It's pretty much that simple. I mean, obviously there's more to it, but that's the basic formula. And you use the steering wheel to kind of counter the angle of the car. However, letting off the throttle to reduce the angle only works partially here in Beam. It always comes down to that, I think, that it just doesn't feel right yet. I mean, let's not forget that Beam is still in development. So, let's see if there's something we can do about the tires. I've heard that different tires might help here. Rear tires, there we go. We have grip all radial tires. Let's go with sport tires at the rear. Interesting, we can actually see that it's a different tire. You do have the sidewall writing there at the front, and we don't have that in the back, so we definitely have another tire. So, all right, let's see if that makes a difference. Well, we definitely have more grip at the rear now. That's very obvious. So much so that it's hard to get the tail to slide at all. Okay, we have to drive slower. Actually, a lot slower. Come on. There we go. Still the same though. That was not a drift, that was a spin. Okay. No. Yeah, okay, so the good news is that the tire definitely changes the handling by quite a bit. It's very noticeable, and it should be. Come on. The bad news is that it's still not easy to drift this car, but I kind of feel like it's getting better. But then you have situations like this where it kind of keeps on rotating when it really shouldn't, or at least not that much. All right, let's try something else here. We did have, oh no, those are the wheels themselves. We want the tires, there we go. So let's not go for the sport tires, let's go for standard. Okay, that was more of a spin than a drift. But to be honest, I think the normal tires feel a little bit better. Come on, let's try this again. Force feedback is definitely part of it though. It's well, one thing is clear, it's definitely a lot harder and more difficult to drift in BeamNG than it is in real life, or than it is in other sims like Assetto Corsa. That is definitely for sure. It's not impossible, but yeah, no, it's not it. Let's spawn a car with which we can drift. And oh my god, that wheel bobble. I mean, this is a car built... Oh god, that's not a good start. I mean, this is a car that's built for drift... Oh my god, sorry. Again, this is a car that's built for drifting. Oh wow, this feels extremely weird. What the hell is this? It feels like I'm driving on ice, but only at the rear. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, third gear. Wow, I barely touched the throttle and the car just flew around. This feels extremely weird, I gotta say. Okay, let's take it easy. Let's go into fourth gear. I did not... This is not a car. This feels like it has wheels that are made of hard plastic at the rear, with no grip whatsoever. Oh my god. Jesus. Yeah, that doesn't work at all. That doesn't work at all. Yeah, no, that's not, this is not happening at all. I think we have to spawn the all-wheel drive version of this car and take that out for a spin. But let's try one more time. Yeah, no. It's not happening. So now that the front wheels are driven as well, we can kind of counteract the slippiness of the rear axle, because the front wheels will pull us in the right direction. And we can go sideways for as long as we want. Let's get a bit more angle here. More angle. There we go. Not enough horsepower to do it at that angle. But yeah, this is good. This is not only good, this is great. The purpose of this episode was to find out if we can drift somehow with rear-wheel drive cars, if we can find a setup that works. We've tried a few different tires, but while there were noticeable differences in grip, it just didn't really solve the main issue, which is the over-rotation, which is especially noticeable in rear-wheel drive cars and not so much in all-wheel drive cars like this one. We will see. It will get solved eventually, but we're not quite there yet. Anyway, guys, I think this is it. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I will see you in the next episode, guys. Bye-bye.